Hello everybody and welcome to another episode. In today's episode I'm going to show you how to do a full service interval on any DSG transmission out there. So today I am working on this Audi A3 8V from the year 2014, and this vehicle it is equipped with a DSG transmission, it is front wheel drive, and today I'm going to show you all how to replace the oil and the oil filter in this kind of transmission. Before starting working on the vehicle and on the gearbox, you'll have to make sure that you have a special diagnostic tool which is capable of reading the ATX temperature from the automatic transmission. Later, after you remove the oil and after you put brand new oil into the gearbox, you'll have to read again the temperature of the ATF fluid, and if you're not able to read it correctly because you don't have a special tool, you won't be able to do the adjusting level correctly and you can create damage to the gearbox or broke it in any way. So just make sure that you have a diagnostic tool to check the temperature of the fluid before and after you put brand new fluid into the gearbox, and only then you can proceed to work on this kind of vehicle. It is not important on which vehicle you are working on. It can be a Volkswagen, an Audi, SKODA, Seat, Porsche and so on. If it's made by the VER group and if it is equipped with an DSG transmission, this video is for you and the process is similar from one car to the other. Right here in this box I have the brand new part which I'm going to install onto the gearbox. I have the oil filter made by Volkswagen. This is the oil filter from the gearbox. Right here I have the brand new washer and drain plug from the gearbox, and right here I have the brand new oil which I'm going to put into the gearbox. And depending on which transmission you are working on, if it is from a vehicle which is the newest model or if it is from a vehicle which is the oldest model, it will take more or less liters of oil to put into the transmission. Usually it will take around 6 liters or 6.5 liters to put into the transmission. Okay everybody, so with all of these things being said, the first thing which you'll have to start with, it is replacing the oil filter from the gearbox. To reach it, you'll have to remove the air filter box completely, you'll have to remove the battery and the battery mounting bracket. Only then you'll have enough access to remove and access the oil filter from the gearbox. After that, you'll have to go underneath the vehicle, you'll have to remove the first drain plug bolt from the gearbox to remove some of the oil from the gearbox, and then I'm going to show you all how to remove the second one, which will remove all the oil from the gearbox. Also, one thing which I recommend you to do is to warm up the car just a little bit. In my case, as you can see, it is warmed up, it is already at 90 degrees Celsius, because in this way the oil will leak very easy, very fast, and in this way it will leak completely out from the gearbox. With all of this thing being said, I'm going to show you all how to remove all of these parts step by step. And right here in my case, I already removed completely the undershift from the vehicle. I placed it away. Now I have a lot of access to the gearbox. And right here on the right side, this is how the DSG transmission is looking. This is how it will look on probably all the models which are equipped with the DSG transmission. And if you go right here on the right side, just a little bit back, this is the drain plug bolt from the gearbox. You'll have to remove this one first to remove just a little part of the oil, and right inside it, it will be another one which you have to remove to completely remove all the oil from the gearbox. And from this moment, just sit back, relax and watch exactly what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Right now I'm going to remove the battery mounting bracket and the air filter box completely out from the vehicle, just to have enough access to access the oil filter from the gearbox. After that, you have to take in mind that after you remove the battery, a lot of errors will appear on the dashboard. It is perfectly normally. You'll have to calibrate probably the steering wheel, you'll have to erase some errors, or probably you'll have to drive the car for the errors to go away. But if you have a diagnostic tool, don't worry about it, you can just erase all the errors right away. Okay guys, so from this moment I can easily remove the oil filter from the gearbox. I have a lot of space and room to work with. Just put your tool over it and undo it like you normally undo any bolt or any screw. And I also recommend you all to take some papers or some towels and put right here next to the oil filter, because after you undo it, some of the oil will still leak out from the oil filter housing and you don't want to make any mess over the engine. And after you completely remove the oil filter cap, you can just pull out the oil filter. You'll have to use your hand, just pull it straight up and it will come out from its place. And then in the last part, you'll have to remove all the oil, which will still be into the oil filter housing. In my case, I'm using a big 7-inch to pull it out completely. Right here, in this moment, you'll have to replace the oil filter and the oil seal like on any other filter out there. Just remove the old seal from the oil filter housing. You'll have to replace it with a brand new one. You'll have to install the brand new oil filter into the oil filter from the gearbox. Don't install it into the housing. You'll have to push it first over the gearbox and then install the oil filter cap. As you can see, in my case, I'm using the OEM parts. I recommend all to use the original parts because they are working perfectly fine for your vehicle. And in some cases, even if you don't use the original parts, the car or the gearbox will still behave very good. But in my case, I like to use the OEM parts for the gearboxes. From this moment, I will go underneath the vehicle. I'm going to remove the drain plug bolt, I'm going to drain all the oil, and only then I'm going to install the oil filter back over the gearbox. Right here, underneath the gearbox, you'll have first to remove the first drain plug bolt. Just remove it completely and then wait for the oil to completely drain out. And then right here inside the gearbox, you'll have one more drain plug bolt, which you'll have to remove completely, and only then all the oil will leak out from the gearbox. Okay everybody, so now that all the oil have been removed completely out from the gearbox, I can install back the second drain plug bolt. You'll have to put it back into the gearbox. You'll have to tighten it by hand to around 2 or 3 Newton meters. Don't ever force it because it's made by plastic and it can break very easy. And then you can go back at the top of the vehicle. You can install back the oil filter from the gearbox and all the parts from the engine compartment. Then in the last part, I'm going to show you all how to put brand new oil into the gearbox and how to do the adjusting level on this kind of vehicle and on this kind of gearboxes. Okay everybody, so now that the second drain plug bolt is installed back into the gearbox, I can go back at the top of the vehicle and install the oil filter and all the parts from the engine compartment. One very important thing which I recommend you all to do and try is to always lubricate the O-rings from the oil filter and also from the oil filter cap, because in this way there are no risk of breaking them or chipping them in any way when you try to install them back over the gearbox or back over the vehicle. From this moment, the oil filter is completely installed properly and back over the gearbox, and right now I'm going to install all the parts back into the engine compartment. Then I'm going to show you all how to install the brand new oil into the gearbox. Right here, this is a closer look of how I cleaned everything and how everything is looking on these kind of gearboxes. Right here on the ground, I have the original oil, which I'm going to put back into the gearbox, and also have this special pump, which will help me to do it. Also, this special pump can be found on websites from the internet and also on AliExpress, Amazon and Alibaba. This special pump, it is equipped with some hoses and some special adapters depending on which transmission you are working on or on which vehicle you are working on. And in my case, I'm going to use the adapter number 106. This is for the DSG. This will fit perfectly fine over the gearbox and it will connect to the special pump, and in this way all the oil can be pushed back into the gearbox. In my case, I'm going to refill it completely with around 6 liters of brand new oil, and then I'm going to see exactly how much oil it will need after I'm going to do the adjusting level on this kind of vehicle. Just thread in completely this adapter, and then you'll have to attach the hose and the special pump. And in my case, this special pump is using comprimed air to push all the oil back into the gearbox, but there are many models like manual models which you have to push some levers to create pressure and push all the oil back into the gearbox. But depending on the budget and how you like it, you can buy different models for your taste. Alright everybody, so in my case, I completely pushed all the oil back into the gearbox, around 6 liters of brand new oil. The pump is completely empty, and from this moment you have to let all the attachments connected to the gearbox. Just let it in this way, or if you have different adapters, you'll have to close them because you don't want any oil to leak out from the gearbox. And right now I'm going to go into the vehicle, I'm going to start it up, I'm going to go through each gear manually because you have to push all the oil into the solenoids, into the gearbox. And you have to go from each gear to each gear for about 10 seconds in each one. And then you'll have to erase all the errors from the dashboard if you have them. And you have to wait for the oil from the gearbox to reach between 35 Celsius degrees and 45 Celsius degrees maximum. And with the engine turned on, you'll have to check for the ATF temperature. And if you see that it's rising over 35 Celsius degrees, this is very good. You'll have to go underneath the vehicle with the engine still turned on. You'll have to remove the adapters and you'll have to let the excess of the oil leak out from the gearbox, and after the oil it will stop leaking, you'll have to put back the drain plug bolt and tighten it to spec. Right now in my case, as you can see, I'm going through each gear for at least 5 or 10 seconds just to build up some pressure into the solenoids. And on this vehicle, because the battery was completely disconnected out from the vehicle, you will have a lot of errors on the dashboard. If you have a diagnostic tool, you can just erase all of them very easy. If you don't have a diagnostic tool, you'll have to drive the car for a little bit and they will go away by itself. Just remember, the temperature for the oil should be between 35 Celsius degrees to maximum 45 Celsius degrees, and only between this range you can do the adjusting level of the oil from the gearbox. Okay everybody, so right now I'm going to go into the electronics of the transmission. I'm going to check for the ATF temperature, and in my case the ATF temperature is already at the 40 Celsius degrees. So in my case, I'm perfectly fine into the range, I'm into the middle. I'm going to go underneath the vehicle, I'm going to remove the adapters, I'm going to let all the excess oil leak out from the gearbox, and until it will stop leaking, I'm going to put back the drain plug bolt. Just make sure, it is very important to not let it go over 45 Celsius degrees, because if it's going over, the adjusting level will not be done correctly and the oil from the gearbox will not be adjusted how it's supposed to be adjusted. And in my case, as you can see, the excess of oil is leaking out from the gearbox. I disconnected the adapter, the engine is still turned on. I'm still in 40 Celsius degrees range, so in my case everything is very good. And I'm going to wait until the oil will stop leaking, and then I'm going to put back the drain plug bolt completely and tighten it to spec. Don't worry if you see that a lot of oil will leak out, or if you see that only a little bit of oil will leak out. Always the over quantity which you put into the gearbox will leak out when you do the adjusting level of the gearbox. Okay guys, so right now the oil stopped leaking. I'm going to tie the gearbox bolt to stack over the gearbox, and it is very important to reset all the values from the gearbox if the gearbox was having some issues before replacing the oil. So if before replacing the oil the gearbox was running rough, or if it was giving you some shocks when you go from D to air or something like that, it's recommended to reset all the values from the gearbox with the diagnostic tool. But if the gearbox was running great, very smooth, without any issues, I recommend also don't reset any values, just replace the oil and go ahead and drive the car like you normally do without having to worry about anything else. Alright everybody, so as you can see right here, I'm still into the range. The temperature is only at 44 Celsius degrees, so everything was done correctly and perfectly fine into the range between 35 Celsius degrees and 45 Celsius degrees. So with all of these things being said, the job is complete and done. And with all of these things being said, those are all the things and all the steps which you'll have to do and follow to completely service any DSG transmission out there. It can be from an Audi, SKODA, SEAT, VOLKSWAGEN and so on. Thank you all very much for watching. If you like the video and found it informative, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me a comment and a like down below. See you next time.